Hey everyone, it is Pee-wee here from Definitive Esports, and I am with An, my co-host. How are you doing, An?
Pretty good, a little tired. Still unusually early for me in a morning like this, but I'm looking forward to StarCraft.
Definitely, we all love StarCraft. And yeah, this is from Chobo2Gosu, episode number 3, and this episode is about Protoss and PvP, which of course we all know is a bit of a micro matchup. So we're going to do pretty much what we do all the time. We're going to jump into some unit tester, go over some standard compositions and what you want to do, or some micro tricks and some good bits like that, and then we'll jump into an AI game and just like teach you the very basics. Just like it's pretty much showing you what it means when people say build stuff. Right. And yeah, and we're going to teach you that very basic, and hopefully you'll learn and get better at the game. Hopefully.
That's usually the goal here. Yeah, so you want to jump into a unit test to get started?
Yes, please.
Alright, let's do it.
Of course, the one we use, it's a bit different now that Heart of the Swarm is coming out, like, because it's not going to be the same one. And of course, Heart of the Swarm isn't far away, but we are using the unit test map 1v1. And for those who don't know, it's just like all the buildings and units, just there you go, and you each get set on half the side of the map, and you just build whatever you want and fight them, and it's pretty awesome.
Yeah, it's really I mean, obviously, you know, it doesn't. The reason we do both the unit tester and the AI game is so you get a feel for things in static space, but also, or things removed from the game, but also how it would be in a real game, because it's very different.
Yeah.
But it's still, the unit tester is great for if you have an idea and you just want to sort of get a sense for, can it work? Yeah,
pretty much. Like, as you say, it's like everything that happens here is like controlled, whereas in a game there's, you know, everything to it. So it's a bit different. And like, you know, someone who has, you know, we've had micro battles where it seems like, you know, you're in PvP where you're like close to me, but if it was a real game, like somehow I would just come out so far ahead.
Right, exactly. Yeah.
Alright, so PvP, of course, we're gonna go with the basics. Let's build some zealots.
We are the blades of iron.
And we're pretty much just gonna fight them. So you'll see us do things like, you know, spread the zealots, because of course you want all the zealots to attack at the same time, and there's certain different ways that will happen. Like, we won't really talk much when we're microing because it's actually a little intense, but you can't really, like, when you pull stalkers back during stalker fights to reset the aim in and stuff, you have to be careful, because if you pull them too far back, 2 zealots start dealing damage to 1 zealot, and you start losing the fight. So you just have to be very subtle how you do it. You ready, bro?
I'm ready. I'm not confident, but I'm ready.
3, 2, 1, go.
By your will. Justice be done. We are the blades of iron.
No!
Wow.
Oh,
that was unexpected.
Yeah, that was so close. I think I pulled back just a little bit too far at the end. Like, I didn't need to pull them both back.
Right, yeah.
Alright, so actually let's go for the next step, and for 5 stalkers. Like 5. So of course, like the zealots, you can micro the stalkers very well during fights against each other. And against stalkers, obviously you have a bit more variables because they're ranged and the units are projectile. So, like, there's time to move, there's auto aiming, and sorry, not auto aiming, I mean focus fire.
Focus fire, yeah.
Yeah, and stuff like that. So it gets a bit tricky. But you ready?
I'm ready.
So we'll do this a couple times. Win. One shot again, what the?
Every time.
Yeah.
Oh,
again.
Something right there is, I think most people know, but in case you don't, if you move the stalkers back, it resets the enemy's target AI targeting. So unless your opponent manually targets that hurt unit, the focus of the fire will shift to one of your other units. So it lets you keep your stalkers alive longer if you can manage that well.
Exactly, because the AI will always automatically target what's closer, and with stalkers, because it shoots, like once you shoot, if something moves further away, it's going to shoot whatever's closest to it. So that's how the micro works. You ready?
I'm ready.
Alright, 3, 2, 1, go.
So while I'm doing this, I'm looking to see whose shields go down first. I'm trying to move them back out again.
That was messed up then. I know why.
So what happened there?
I attack moved to the right once he was out of position, expecting him to move back, but he was too far out of range and he just kept walking away. Never mind. Alright, so the next step is five stalkers and a zealot. Or 2 zealots.
2 zealots?
Yeah, it seems you have 2.
Alright.
And what this forces is a bit of a different engagement because you have to avoid the the zealots. Then my dog just came into my room. And he opened the door. Damn dog. And yeah, you pretty much have to avoid the zealots because they deal good damage, and kill the stalkers of your opponent.
Yep.
I guess a bit tricky because I wasn't ready then. Because of course stalkers deal extra damage to stalkers because they're armored. So if you shoot a zealot, you're kind of wasting extra damage that could be dealt. Alright, you ready?
I'm ready.
Alright, 3, 2, 1, go.
I am the voice. It shall be as you say.
And I lose.
Very well. You acquire my skills.
Hi there. Hi. Never mind. Yeah, it can get so tricky. It's awesome. Alright, and again. But yeah,
should we expand off the idea and show when one person has zealots, one person doesn't? Because that's sort of then one of you has to sort of. You were talking about that kiting, which we didn't really do much of.
Sure.
I'll just take one zealot. So I just have to try and kite. It's gonna
Alright.
I am the voice.
So of course, yeah, that does show the kiting mechanism. Alright, so everyone, or hopefully everyone should know what kiting is. Pretty much, the stalkers shoot and move faster than zealots. I can run away, take a shot, run away, take a shot, and the zealot will just indefinitely get shot without dealing damage. And that's an important concept because the better player with the better micro, if you're doing stuff like that, will win. And obviously, winning is very important. Alright, you ready?
I'm ready. I'm not doing a very good job of it, but my intention is. So in the fight beforehand, both of us had zealots to buffer, so it was more like a stalker war, trying to maneuver to take each other's stalker counts down quicker. Here, I come in with less of a tank, less zealots to keep the damage off. So I have to try and once my zealots go down and you have both zealots and stalkers, my job, since I only have stalkers, is to try and stay away from that melee damage and also try and pick you off. So that's where also the kiting comes in.
Pretty much, and it like for people like there's obviously a certain extent where in this game we can just run around and kite non-stop. In a real game, like you stop kiting when they get to your base. Pretty much, you can't kite in your base because they're in your base. And this forces you, like, if there's a zealot and like 5 stalkers vs 5 stalkers and a zealot, you have to run away from the zealot while trying to take out the zealot. Like, you pick it off, and every time you do that, you obviously have to stop. The stalkers behind the zealot will always get a shot in when you do that, and it forces you to take damage as you deal it. And of course, that's the mechanic. That's what you're trying to do.
Yep.
And yeah, okay, so let's work on to some blink. We always enjoy this.
5 stalkers? How many
Yeah.
stalkers?
We'll up it a bit then. So once again, now this is when we were talking about projectile fire. The projectile comes into play, because with blink, as I'll show you, I'll walk into a stalker now. Watch the stalker. Oh, and I took damage. Don't move. You have to be quick. With that. Okay, ready? So, if you I don't know if I got damage then, but if you just do stuff like this, you can avoid taking damage. Damn it.
You have to be really quick.
Yeah, it does work though. It works better against a Banshee.
Yeah, Banshee is much easier, but I mean, it's one of those. It's one of the really great things about StarCraft, where you can. It's a subtle thing, but you can really see the difference between in higher level play. Like, the higher you get, the easier it is to be able to do things like that, where you can really mitigate damage in ways that baffle someone like myself.
Yeah, that's why.
High,
Like,
high skill ceiling.
pretty much, it allows you to do more if you're capable of it.
Yeah.
Alright, you ready?
I'm ready.
I think I just attacked my own unit.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, you have much better blink micro than I do. So okay, so is it
You
the same
blinked at
concept?
me. I don't know what the hell is wrong with you.
I was trying to
Suicide?
pick off the stalker behind.
Ah, okay.
So
It shouldn't move.
tell me, lay it out for me again. Is the blink stalker micro very similar to the regular stalker micro, or how is it different?
Alright, because of course there's certain things like right, if we get our stalkers and stuff, like when your stalkers are quite chunky units and
Yeah.
they block each other quite happily, and seeing if there's a unit at the front
Yep.
and all the units behind are attacking, like you can't move it behind because the units behind won't move.
Right.
Because that's how it goes. So you're able to get instantly out of the action, and of course, if there's 10 shots at you, well, say like 6 even coming in at you at the same stalker, like you're guaranteed to kind of miss one shot if you know, like
Okay.
if they're all coming in at different times. So what you're missing shots because you're blinking. Blinking also gets you out of the action instantly.
Right.
And it, like we were talking about, resets the target fire. If you're hotkeyed to attack that unit, like if you select all your units and click on it, like they're going to walk all the way back and try and kill it, which gives me a better position.
Hmm.
Yeah, the biggest thing is it gets them out of the action instantly.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Right. So is it the without blink stalker micro, which is regular? Excuse me, regular stalker micro. You have it takes time to move out, and you're still taking some damage then, whereas blink is instantaneous.
Yeah, well, let's show a bit of a fight. If you don't blink and attack me,
Okay.
and I'll blink, and people will kind of see, and then like we'll go over if you want actual what you should do in this position. If it's non-blink, be blink, because there's a certain way that you go about it. You ready?
I'm ready.
All right, 3, 2, 1, go.
Very wise.
Easy peasy.
Easy peasy.
See, as you can see, it's just, you can blink them into the where you want them to go. You lose less shots, stuff like that.
Right. Yeah.
Alright, so this time you blink and I want. Like you kind of have to suicide against it. Because that's what you were doing. You were pulling back, and that's not really the correct way to do it. Because ultimately you're gonna lose. Because like I can just do it with blink.
Right.
You ready?
Yep, ready.
So you gotta kind of target fire, do. And that's how you do it.
Okay.
Like you're still always gonna lose that fight.
But so much closer.
Yeah.
So much closer.
And the idea is because like all 5 stalkers are always attacking, or like all stalkers will always attack. And see now we're talking a perfect field like we have here, right? They're always attacking because they're the same concave, same units, blah blah blah. What you do is you move forward because they're all still attacking, and you can't escape that. So you just move forward in between shots. You micro forward, and then you take it out when it blinks away, and that's all you do. And obviously, like if we have a bigger fight like this dude with 10v10, it'll be a little bit harder because it's like a bigger concave to worry about, but the principle is still the same.
Okay.
So you can blink and I shall not.
It shall be as you say. I am the voice.
Oh, I missed Mike with that. And yeah, it's not gonna go so well, but still.
Still, I mean, I'm only left with 3 now, as opposed to if I had just tried to do it the other way. I remember the first time you came up with 4 of 5. Very interesting.
Yeah, it's an important concept to understand because you'll like you can't micro. That's the best way. That's the best way to get a good trade. Otherwise, you just have a horrible trade. Like if you want to do. Actually, we won't. But if you were to do like 10v10 and like pulling them back micro, it'd just be like 8 left or something. So yeah, those are the important bits to micro, because you're always going to see zealots and stalkers. So shall we talk about what else is there to talk about?
Immortals, Colossus. Do we need to touch on them?
We kind of do. Oh yeah, okay. We'll talk. If you get 5 classes, I will just. This isn't a big one for Colossus. It's not going to matter so much to a lot of people. But of course, PvP is like you don't really see anything but Colossus v Colossus or Blink Stalkers v Blink. It's just how it goes. We won't really talk about Immortals because Immortals have their obvious use. Right. So everyone knows. Wait there. Let me get range.
Research complete.
Right. So yeah, everyone knows that Colossus have 9 range to deal a lot of damage. Do I have 6? Yeah, I do. Die, you. And it's important how you fight Colossus. It's ridiculously important, right? Because Colossus do splash damage, which means they'll attack like a row of units, and altogether, if 3 Colossus are standing next to each other, like spot on next to each other, 1 Colossus will deal damage to all 3 Colossus, which is really big. Because if you have 3 Colossus v 3 Colossus, and the 3 Colossus of one person's are spread out and the others aren't, like that person's gonna get rolled. And like we'll have like a normal fight here. Or actually, I'll clump mine up and then we'll have a normal fight.
Okay. So I should leave mine spread out?
Yes.
Okay.
Alright. Don't target fire too much, because I'm gonna micro. But yeah. Alright, you ready?
Yep.
Go. Yeah. See what I mean? It's like, it's ridiculous.
Yep, all 5 of mine survived.
I got 5 more. You got 5 more.
Yes, indeed. Moving on to the battlefield. Alright, so now we're going to do spread out.
Yeah, be spread out.
Okay.
Just to show you, it's like They're still gonna clump up a little bit, but not really so much. You have to spread them out far away because they're big units and they just love to clump up, man.
Yeah, I mean, I tried to move them 2 feet. They were already trying to.
Alright, let me.
Alright.
And this should actually just be a pretty boring fight, but yeah, it's good to see the difference. Like, yo,
Right.
it's gonna be one Colossus v one Colossus, and it should come down to just who has the better micro. Whereas before, like, obviously if we look at the discussion of what we showed before, who has the better micro doesn't come into question because you have bad micro for doing it in the first place. So this is a better, this is an actual who has the better micro.
Right.
All right, you ready?
I'm ready.
3, 2, 1, go. I'm coming for ya. And it's just who has the better micro. And it's not me. Yeah. I thought their attack move was bigger than that, but never mind.
So I mean, you know, you
Yeah.
compare the last fight to this fight. I had all 5 last fight. I have 3 this fight, but 2 of them are basically dead, and 1 of them's
Yeah.
half health.
14 and 4. So, absolutely. And yeah, that's about it that we really need to show, unless you can. There's nothing that important really for. We've shown, I think. Immortals, for those who don't know, Immortals like a good, they're 6 range. Or. Well, actually, we could do some Blink Stalker and some Immortals.
Okay.
Let's do 8 Stalkers and 1 Immortal.
I'm here in the shadows. I return to serve. I feel you require my. We are one with the shadows. We move unseen.
Now this is interesting because I don't. Obviously, you have to play this a certain way. Alright, you ready?
I am
Ready.
part of you. I am the
Alright, no blink. Oh, actually, not yet.
No blink?
No blink.
Oh, okay.
I'll do it again with blink.
I am the heart.
Because do you know how I was showing you with the Stalker micro how you run forward and you do that with the Immortal this time
Right.
when it's blink, and that way you just pick off all the ones in the back. It's like, yeah, boy. You ready?
I'm ready.
You
Ready.
require my skills.
Ooh, nicely done.
You require my skills.
It's
Yeah,
so.
that-
It's so. Sometimes it's so hard to. It's just like when we set it up before we fight, because we're in this perfect environment. It
Yeah.
seems really easy to micro, and then the fight actually starts.
And you're
It's
like,
just so hard to
"What the
keep
hell?"
up with everything.
Yeah, man. Yeah, and in like a game, it seems much more manageable. It's like
That's true, actually. Yeah, for some reason. All
Like
right,
I
same
find
thing?
it, for that setup, I found it quite hard to actually figure out where I wanted my Immortal.
Right. Yeah.
Because the way you played it was quite smart. You kept your Immortal in the back, so it didn't deal, it didn't receive damage straight away. Whereas I kind of had it in my front, where it took a lot of damage, but obviously it dealt damage straight away.
Yep. Yep.
Alright.
I actually thought that you were gonna win because of that.
Like I
Alright.
won soon where I wanted it. All right, you ready?
State that I am the voice of the eclipse.
Ready.
I don't really know what I'm doing with my
Blink or no blink?
blink.
Blink.
Oh.
Okay.
All right, 3,
Alright,
2, 1, go.
Intriguing. State
I was gonna do the same. You blinked before me though, so you have a better cooldown.
Misclick.
Way.
That one survivor.
Like I didn't think you would you'd blink.
I'm crazy like that. You can't predict me. Yeah, I mean that's. I remember you talking about that and I wanted to see what sort of difference it can make now that I could instantly. You talk about instant movement, right? I don't have to move my stalkers and be taking a bunch of immortal shots. I can just like pounce on the stalker. I mean, pounce on the immortal.
The immortal, yeah. Like, I don't think that would be the best decision. I was gonna do it just because, like, I had the idea, and then when you did it, I was like, oh, like, of course I'm gonna do it. But if you blink into that, you do have to be careful because, of course, you lose your blink cooldown.
Okay.
But your immortal gets nice position, and you can snipe off their immortal fast. So it's an interesting concept.
Yeah. All right. Interesting. Yeah. I hadn't.
Like, I can't say for definite that it's the wrong call. We need to experiment more.
Yeah.
Not now, though.
Right.
Alright. Are you happy to jump into an AI game?
I am happy to jump into an AI game. What map do you want?
Onaha.
You know
Onaha is not in Heart of the Swarm.
Really?
Yeah, man.
Sure. Oh, no, it isn't. I just realized I haven't played it at all. I thought it was like Daybreak is in there, and
Daybreak and Cloud and Antigua Shipyard.
Yeah.
But like I can understand Onaha because it seems like a small map, and Heart of the Swarm seems like it needs a bigger map. So I can understand the concept.
True. Okay. Yeah. Still, I mean, it's a map that's used.
Yeah,
regularly.
it's a favorite. I do enjoy Onaha. Alright, I'm ready.
Alright, make sure everything's set up correctly. Alright, here we go.
Right, I'm ready. I'm gonna go for Blink.
Blink
I think I'll go.
Just Blink.
Say again.
Blink.
No, I don't. AI doesn't really go for DTs, so I should be okay. But with no ops.
Okay.
Actually, no, I'll get ops just because I like the extra micro available. Ah, shit. Oops. I've been playing Heart of the Swarm.
Yeah, I could tell when you sort of paused there. You're waiting for.
Like normally I'm always on the go. I'm ready for it, and in Heart of the Swarm I'm like, damn it! Like I try to split, and obviously like it don't work. But
did you turn it off? Because you can just turn that off.
Yeah, but it gets such a good split that it's
fair.
It gets a better split than you could ever do. Because it's instant as soon as the game starts. Like there's always, especially if you have like not a good computer, where it doesn't boot up like that.
Yeah, fair enough.
Because like it goes straight from like. Also, if you're an observer of the game or a player in a tournament and there's lots of observers, like an online thing, you have to wait for them to boot up. And like even if your opponent's bar is, even if there's like they shows the bar and your players are like are both done, and you're both waiting, and obviously it doesn't give you a countdown. It just starts the game. So I think it's good for that reason.
I've taken it off, but I might have to try putting it back. It just feels so weird not to have control over the first. I'm just so used to now with wings having control over the first 10 seconds, and now it just feels strange not to split, even though it is a little.
Yeah.
Alright, tell us what you're doing.
Okay.
Give us a lowdown.
Alright, so of course I'm going standard. We won't go over build over too much, because if of course you're watching this, you're not gonna really. Not going to be able to really follow a build with it. So we're going for an early gateway. We get our gas because of course we need our gas, and once my gateway is done I will be getting a cybernetics core, which of course allows you to get some stalkers and some extra tech. I'm going to skip my zealot for an earlier gas, so I could get an earlier zealot. I'm going to skip that, get an extra gas so I can get some more tech out faster. And then I shall add a second gateway very soon.
What sort of early units are you? Are you planning to get a zealot and then stalker, or just start with a stalker?
I think I'll just go stalkers. Okay. We've shown zealots, and I want to show them, you know, the greater micro aspect. And we're going to see zealots now because that's the AI will build like just Zealots and get like an immortal or something. It does it all the time.
Such a strange build.
Yeah. Have you seen in Heart of the Swarm as well how you can get different builds from the AI?
Oh yeah, I haven't actually tried that. Have you played around with that yet?
Briefly.
It looked interesting. I mean, it's only medium right now.
Yeah.
So, you know,
I'll tell you what's strange is
like
the unranked. You seem to have two different MMRs, but you play people who are Ladrin anyway.
That's the thing I don't like right now, and it's been brought up in the forum several times. The fact that someone who is not ranked, is playing unranked, can still face someone who's playing a ranked game. Just seems like there's a lot of room for abuse there. Although I like having the unranked because it lets me play around and try things or try a different race without feel like I have to tank my ladder ranking. And I think it's great for casual play.
So many Zealots! Do you know what I mean? You just build Zealots.
I mean, as we were talking about earlier, everyone can see now the way Pew is doing it, because of the speed of Zealots and the fact that they're ranged, with proper kiting, right now, the AI just can't do anything. Pew is just going to pick them all off one by one with only 2 stalkers. It was 2-1 at the beginning of that fight, and now it's 2-2. And Pew is still full shield, full health. And Pewy back home has already got his upgrade from Blink on the way, coming from the Twilight Council.
Oh god, what's up the ramp? Sentries. Okay, so Guardian Shields.
No force. And since Protoss units have shield, Pewey's able to keep putting on the special because he hasn't actually taken any permanent damage or much permanent damage.
I don't think I've taken any.
Yeah, actually, I don't think you have. The one stalker that has taken any damage at all only has taken shields, which slowly recharge. So he loses nothing by doing, he's lost nothing by doing something like this. And he's gaining a lot by continuously whittling down his opponent's army, putting pressure on his opponent, forcing his opponent to react.
And now I got enough where I didn't even have to micro so much.
You don't even need Blink.
I don't even need to kite, yeah.
Or kite, yeah, you can just...
Okay, there's Blink, yay!
Alright,
but now I can aggressively Blink. Take that.
Look at you, you're out of control. Now you're just showing off.
Your boy. I thought the guy lost a unit. I don't think I lost
Nope,
anything.
you haven't lost anything.
Yay!
No units lost.
It's not even hard. Wait! Feels so good when you get against an actual person though. I've had a couple.
Well, you've never lost a single unit?
Yeah, have you never had one?
Wow.
I think I've had 2 or 3. I had one which was like a proper 10-minute game against a Zerg. I went like double Phoenix and everything, like double Stargate Phoenix, and that was just after release.
Jeez. No, I don't think I've ever had...
It's harder now, though.
Yeah. That I believe as well.
Actually, I had a 4-gate as well on Tal'Darim. PvP 4-gate. So, each 4-gated and I lost no units. That was good. But yeah, sorry about that. As we're leaving that game, as we can see, I just built a lot of Stalkers, pretty much. I got Blink, which was nice, but as you can tell, I didn't really need it. I had better control. It was only Zealots. So, I don't know if you can hear that, but...
A little bit, yep.
Yeah,
The sound.
my dogs go mental. It was only Zealots that I had to go against, and of course, we showed exactly what was in the unit test. That we just like smashed the Zealots, kited them, and then I pushed into his base and rolled my opponent. And yeah, that is the end of from Chobo2Gosu episode number 3. So please, guys, go check out BenQ, who are of course one of the sponsors. And
Fantastic. Yes, indeed.
yeah, BenQ awesome. And so I don't know how loud the dogs are for you, but it's annoying as hell. And
there we go.
yes, also check out Definitive Esports at www.d-esports.com, and of course we are a media website. We produce a lot of media related topics, interviews, reviews. Then there's GSL write-ups, tournament write-ups, game shows like this, and a lot of other stuff.
Yep, and we do. D-eSports does a lot more than just StarCraft. We do StarCraft. We also do Dota. We do League. We do a little bit of Dota. We do more League, and starting to do some more Counter-Strike as well. So if any of those interest you, you're welcome to check on the site, see the news, see the shows we've got, and see if what interests you.
And yeah, sick content. There we are. So we're going to wrap this episode up. We will catch you for episode number 4, which is of course going to be a PVT, which is a sick good matchup. So please check that out.